I would like to introduce you Immobel. It's a real estate development company who has some land banking, 300 hectare residential, 180,000 square meters, and offices 170,000 square meters. So we are an important Belgian real estate development company, and we are most interested in the approach to zero energy and passive. Perhaps on the contrary of what the previous speakers say, we are not already very, very confident to get there, but I would like to propose the next slide. That's a project which will be passive. Graham Excellent, it's an 11,000 square meter office building. And one of the difficulties we have is that we do a development at risk. For example, this building is a development at risk, which means we didn't rent the building or we didn't sell it before to a headquarter or some company. So we have to be attentive to the use of the building and to give all usual comfort tenants can expect. So you see the building is with windows from floor to ceiling. There are almost no compromises to be passive. So that's perhaps on the next slide you have a cross section. So you see effectively there are no real compromises towards the design. Of course, we did ask the designers, as well architects as mechanical engineers, to be extremely attentive to all kinds of details and so on. We were lucky having the exposition of the building on the street side, northeast, northwest. So we don't have, I don't know, soil blinds, external soil blinds on the street side. We do have them on the inner side, but it's less delicate. So we have triple glazing, we have all kinds of special, we have geothermy and so on. But it seems possible for a standard building. I do not say it's cheaper than a standard building, but it is possible to develop at risk a new type of buildings, which is the passive building. We consider it not really the standard at the moment on the Brussels market. We tend to be a little above the standard to be attractive. So that's about the office building. So it is our policy to go in that direction with developments in the future. We can speak one moment on the residential projects. So we have Green Hill is a development of 170 apartments in Luxembourg. We have in Waterloo 270 apartments and residential units. We are not yet passive. We have in the Luxembourg legislation or regulation ABA, we would have been passive if we would have AAA. Well, we are near. You can see it is with also on the top levels very big apartments with windows from top to bottom. So there are really not many compromises to the architecture. Well, the architect can live very well with this concept. Well, and we will try to get passive. I think perhaps we will have some help from some specialists, but not on this project. On the next slide, yes, there's an evolution. What other speakers also said. You have the design year. So we have two projects, Forum 1, Forum 2. It's the same photo on the left side. Then we have RAC. In fact, it calls Belair now. It's the second TBR, and Black Pearl. Black Pearl, we spoke about it. So the design was 2007, 2009, 9. Then TBR is a little particularly. And then we have a design 2011. So we went from very good to excellent in BREEAM classification, from 57%, which is very limit for very good, to 78% for the Black Pearl. So I think, as was said before, that it is possible with the same effort to do better time passing. So we think that one of the essential elements in developing a sustainable building is to do it progressively, to allow the architect to express himself. In choosing the architects and the designers, we try to have a feeling of their interest in being progressive and passive and so on. So working together, it's you can see the evolution in the points. Well, let's say that Black Pearl, there was a sur-investment a little sur-investment for the other in proportion to the other ones, but well, what I write down is success cannot be obtained by applying strange solutions. It can only be obtained through a growing process of assimilation and development with respect of the cultural background of the designers and the local building practices. So that is what I would like to say about our approach to passive buildings.